Hey guys, what's up? Tom Productions here, back with another video, and today we're going to be going over the Week 2 recap, Week 3 predictions for the NFL. Oh boy, I'm excited for this one. Alright, so first off, yeah, the Browns beat the Bengals. Oh yeah, that's not good. I had to say, I'm already 0-1, but then I redeemed myself. Bears versus Giants, I got the Bears winning. I had the Titans winning the Jags, that happened. I had the Bucks beating the Panthers, that happened. The Steelers beat the Broncos, which I predicted, and obviously, it sucks what happened to the Broncos injuries, but you know what are you gonna do about it? You know, Rams beat the Eagles, so yeah. Yeah, the next one, the Cowboys beat the Falcons in one of the craziest comebacks for a while, and yeah. Yeah, so the Cowboys really won. There was not. So yeah, the Packers beat the Lions. Yeah, there's not really any upsets other than maybe the next one I'm gonna get into. Oh my gosh, Kirk Cousins is complete trash, man. The Indianapolis Colts did win. Oh yeah, did it? So, yeah, the Indianapolis Colts beat the Vikings. Oh my, that's just sad, man. It was 28-11. It was not even close. The Vikings lost. The Vikings. Kirk Cousins had a horrible game. That team overall just didn't play good. They played a lot better against the Packers. You know it is what it is, I suppose. Yeah. Let's get to the next one. Bills versus Dolphins. I did have this one correct, which was the Bills beating them. Yeah, it's just I knew it was not going to be close from the beginning. Dolphins, they're a year away in their rebuild. When Tua starts, maybe they'll do better, but as of right now, it just isn't looking that good. The 49ers versus the Jets. Sheesh, 49ers, man. The Jets really are the worst team in football. The Niners are missing their starting quarterback, starting running back, starting number one receiver, starting tight end, both their starting defensive ends, a starting cornerback, and one of their starting defensive tackles. It was just a lot of injuries, and most of those injuries came in this one game. You know, it just isn't a great. It just wasn't good. And the Niners still destroyed the Jets, you know. That shows how bad the Jets are. Next up, we are Cardinals and the Washington football team, whatever. Yeah, the Cardinals did win, which is correct. The next one, the Chargers the Chargers lost to the Chiefs. Even this is one prediction I wanted to get wrong. But they probably should have won. But the Chiefs won, so that my record prediction stays good. Ravens versus the Texans. The Ravens did win, and I got that one right too. So, Seahawks versus the Patriots. I got that one right, and then the Saints versus the Raiders. Oh yeah, a lot of people, RNN Prod, said that the Saints were gonna beat the Raiders. Yeah, RNN Prod, that didn't happen. Drew Brees is kind of on the downswing of his career, so. It looks like Drew Brees, he has to be on his way out after this season. No way the Saints should re-sign Drew Brees after the season. I'll get more in depth into all these teams in the net when we get to the Week 3 predictions. But the Saints, you know, the Raiders just played, overall dominated that game. You know, the Saints obviously jumped out to a really good lead, but the Raiders never backed down and came back and won. So yeah, let's get into the predictions here. Alright, Jacksonville versus Miami. I'm going to have the Jacksonville Jaguars winning. You know, they're just a better team overall. And, well, yeah. And Jags have been competitive in each of the last two games. The Dolphins, they were pretty competitive against both the Patriots and the Bills. But the Jags beat the Colts. And I just don't know what kind of Ryan Fitzpatrick is going to come up. The Dolphins are one of the biggest wild card teams. Like, you don't know how they're going to do each week because of Ryan Fitzpatrick. That's really all there is to it. Yeah, so going to the next one, the Niners versus the Giants. Alright. This one's tough. The Giants barely lost to the Bears after making a comeback. Obviously, a lot of the guys that the Niners had missing against the Jets will be out again. I see the Giants. This one's actually really hard. Oh, man. Okay, you know what? We'll come back to this one. I'm leaning towards the Giants side, but I wouldn't be surprised. You know, I'm going to say the Giants win. You know, this is the bold prediction of the week. The Giants are gonna win against the Niners. The Giants well, Barkley's injured, but if Wayne Gallman and yeah, okay, the Niners are gonna win. Barkley's injured, so yeah, the Niners are gonna win because they have the depth. If the Giants don't have a good offensive line, and the Niners, they still have Eric Armstead and Javon Kinlaw. You know, even with Solomon Thomas, Nick Bosa, and Dee Ford not playing this week, you know, the Niners, they still have a really decent defensive line. And I feel like any sort of defensive line, even the Seahawks, who probably are the worst exterior outside of the offensive line, you know, worst outerior line, D-line, whatever, DNs, you know, I just see that they can get past it. This Giants offensive line is just not good. The Steelers are just really good, and there's no backing down from it. The Texans, they haven't looked competitive in either of the two games. Obviously, when you're going against the Chiefs and the Ravens, it's hard to be competitive. And the Steelers almost lost to the Broncos, who had all those injuries. But I'm still going to stick with the hot hand here. That's the Steelers are 2-0. I see them becoming 3-0. Yeah, that's pretty much it. The Bengals versus the Eagles. You know, I think this is the game Joe Burrow gets his first dub. The Eagles just don't look good at all this year. Obviously, you know, they choked that lead to the Washington football team. And then the next week, they lose to the... last week, they did lose to the Rams in a blowout. Yeah, I just don't see the Eagles beating. And the Bengals have been competitive in both games against the Browns and the Chargers. They probably should have beat the Chargers, who almost beat the Chiefs. So, no, at some point, Joe Burrow is getting his first dub with all these close losses. And I think it comes here against the Eagles in week 3. Raiders versus Patriots. I'm going to pick the Raiders here. Patriots played one hell of a game against the Seahawks. But the Raiders just looked more dominant against the Saints. You know, Cam Newton is going to be a problem. James White, hopefully he's okay. I don't know if he's going to be late this upcoming week. Obviously, Julian Edelman's going to be a problem, especially if they're running either man or zone. Edelman's going to be a problem. N'Keal Harry is going to look for N'Keal Harry. This is going to be a high-scoring game. I do have the Raiders winning, though, so in a close one, really close. But this one could go either way, but I'm going to pick the Raiders for now. All right, the Titans and the Vikings. I'm going to pick the Titans in this one. The Vikings just have no interior defensive line depth. You know, Yannick Ngakoue isn't good against the run. Daniel Hunter is out. They just are not good against the run, and that's going to kill them here. Watch out, everybody who has Derrick Henry in fantasy, you guys better start them against the Minnesota Vikings. It's just, they couldn't do anything against the Colts. I just don't see how they're going to do anything against the Titans either. So, you know, it is what it is, really. Yeah, so the Browns and the Washington football team. I'm going to pick the Browns. Baker Mayfield looks pissed off right now, and you know, I think maybe Baker Mayfield is here for the real this time, and this is just a start. So I think the Browns actually get a dub and go to 2-1. It's weird to say the Browns can have one winning. You know, I didn't think they would actually be this good, but this is my prediction. Browns. All right, the Rams versus the. Oh, this one's really hard. Bills went close with the Dolphins. The Rams just blew out the Eagles and nearly lost to the Cowboys. This one is actually probably the hardest game to predict for this week, so I'm actually going to skip it and come back. The Bears versus the Falcons. The Bears. The Falcons just, I don't know what the heck is going on over there in Atlanta, but something's got to change. Dan Quinn got to get fired, so if they want to have any chance of competing. You know, the Falcons start off bad usually, and this is going to continue to be the case here. And yeah, this is it. Okay, this one is the easiest game to predict this week. That's the Chargers beating the Panthers. Panthers don't have Christian McCaffrey this week, and the Chargers were competitive against the defending Super Bowl champions. You can bring up, oh, Tyrod Taylor's going to start. Yeah, Tyrod Taylor is still going to whoop this defense's ass. Maybe not as hard as Derek Carr did or Josh Jacobs, but look out for Austin Eckler and Joshua Kelly to have great games today. Or not today, on Sunday. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have for that one. The Jets versus the Colts. Yeah, this one's also really easy to predict. The Jets are the worst team in football right now. There's no doubt about it. You know, I had them going 3-13 before they traded Jamal Adams. So, yeah. Jets aren't that good of a team at all. And it sucks because Frank Gore is on that team. The Jets just haven't been competitive. They played the Bills week 1. They got killed. Last week they played the injury-riddled 49ers and lost. Yeah, the Jets just bad. Colts are going to take this one. Cardinals versus the Lions. I got the Cardinals winning. Kyler Murray is real. For real. And he's going to be here for a long time. This Cardinals team is something special. And Kyler Murray, DeAndre Hopkins is just going to be unstoppable. Like, who do the Lions have? You have Okudah. He's a rookie. I don't know what the heck is going on with him. I haven't heard much from him. Desmond Trufant. There's a reason he got cut from the Falcons, who have a problem in the secondary. And Coleman, I believe, is injured. You know, they just don't have the secondary to compete with this offense. And this one shouldn't even be close, to be honest with you. I think the Cardinals win in a blowout. Seahawks versus the Cowboys. I'm going to go with the Seahawks in a close one. Cowboys could easily win this one, but I'm going to pick the Seahawks because Seahawks, it's Russell Wilson. Like, he dotted up the Patriots defense, who's actually really good, for 5 touchdowns or something like that. So, yeah, I think that the Seahawks do win this game. Yeah, that's crazy. And the Cowboys, they're a good team, but it's going to be an up and down season for them. I feel like first year with the first year head coach, first year with the head coach, because obviously Mike McCarthy does have a Super Bowl ring with the Packers, but it took him a while to get going, and it could be the same thing here with Dak. You know, it took him a while with Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre, all right? Yeah, it's going to take a while with Dak, or whatever the Cowboys decide to do in the offseason with their quarterback. I'm not sure, but let's go into the next one. The Bucks. Easily going to beat the Broncos here. Just the Bucks, they played good against the Panthers, and now this team, Denver, is very injury riddled. I just don't know. They're going to have Jeff Driscoll starting, and if he plays bad, Blake Bortles is coming in. So, do you really trust Jeff Driscoll or Blake Bortles versus Tom Brady? I don't care how bad the Bucks defense is. Driscoll looked good because of those receivers. Alright, this is going to be a little bit of a high-scoring game, but I think the Bucks actually do take this one and advance to 2-1. Yeah, let's go into the next one, which is the Packers and the Saints. Oh, okay, yeah, this one's easy. Packers are going to win. Drew Brees, his arm has declined badly, and there's just no way around it. Brees is washed now. Look, if you're going to have a 50% completion percentage or whatever completion percentage he had against this awful Raiders defense, I'm a Raiders fan, all right? And I'm telling you, the Raiders defense isn't good. And if Drew Brees can't ball out on that defense, I don't care if Michael Thomas is gone or not. Like, he couldn't, just a matter of fact, he couldn't ball out. He threw a pick to right into Nicholas Morrow's hands. Like, he just, I don't know what the heck is going on with him. And Michael Thomas probably won't be playing against the Packers either. So the Saints are going to be 1-2. Their best bet is to start Jameis Winston because he still has an arm. Drew Brees, his arm is just going away by the second. He was never a big arm quarterback to begin with, and now it's just even worse. The reason he played great in last season is because of that injury he had, so he could rest up. This year, unless that happens again, they're just going to... I don't see Sean Payton benching his longtime starting quarterback. So, yeah, this is it. This is it for Drew Brees. I think it's over for him right now. I see the Saints not even making the playoffs, honestly, if they keep playing like they did last week. Because Drew Brees just isn't good. And this one, oh my gosh. The Ravens have came to play. The Chiefs have came to play. With that being said, I have the Ravens winning because the Chiefs... It's just because the Chiefs didn't look that good in this last week against the Chargers. And I don't know if that's going to carry on to this week. They did enough to get the W. But I don't know if... They're going to have to play really perfect football against the Ravens and vice versa. Because the Chargers played nearly perfect... Well, not really perfect football, but they had a rookie playing his first game with no preseason, no training camp, none of this. And nearly beat the Chiefs. So the Ravens can I don't want to say easily beat them, but the Ravens are capable of beating them. I have the Ravens winning. And yeah, so the final game I have to predict is this one. Now, more and more I think about it, the more I think it's going to be the Bills, because Josh Allen's just on a roll right now. And I don't know if even Jalen Ramsey can stop him. So I think that this game is just going to be the Rams game. This is not going to be a good game for the Rams, as much as I hate to say it. This Rams team, it's really good. Like, what Sean McVay's been able to do is honestly insane, but the Bills are just a really good team, and I think that they're going to beat the Rams. That's just my opinion. These are all just my opinion. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next one, and, well, peace out.